Database Management Systems. In this video, we discuss about PLSQL procedure concept. I am Mrs. S. Vanitha. A subprogram is a program unit or module that performs a particular task. These subprograms are combined to form larger programs. A subprogram can be invoked by another subprogram or a program. A subprogram can be created at the schema level, inside a package, or inside a PLSQL block. PLSQL provides two kinds of subprograms, functions and procedures. Here we discuss about procedures alone. It contains declarative part. It is an optional part. It contains declarations of types, cursor, constant, variables, exception, and nested subprograms. These data items are local to the subprogram. Executable part. This is a mandatory part and contains statements that perform the particular action. Exception handling. It is an optional part. It contains code that handles the runtime errors. Now we see the parameter modes in PLSQL. There are three modes are there. In. An in parameter lets you to pass a value to the subprogram. It is a read-only parameter inside the subprogram. You can pass a constant, literal, initialized variable or expression as an in parameter. We can also initialize it to a default value. However, in that case, it is omitted from the subprogram call. It is the default mode of parameter passing. Parameters are passed by reference. Now we see about the out parameter. It returns a value to the calling program. Inside the subprogram, an out parameter acts like a variable. Next, in and out. In-out parameter passes an initial value to a subprogram and returns an updated value to the caller. It can be assigned a value and the value can be read. The actual parameters corresponding to an in-out formal parameter must be a variable, not a constant or an expression. This is the syntax to create a procedure. Create or replace. If the procedure is already existing, then it will replace the existing procedure. Keyword. Procedure is again a keyword. And name of the procedure followed by the parameters. In, out or in-out parameters. And this is the body of the procedure. The optional parameter list contains name, mode and types of the parameter. Name of the parameter and mode, whether it is an in parameter, out parameter or in-out parameter, and the type, data type. In represents the value that will be passed from outside and out represents the parameter that will be used to return a value to outside the procedure. Procedure body contains an executable part. The as keyword, there we can notice as or is keyword. The as keyword is used instead of is keyword for creating the standalone procedure. That is a procedure to perform a particular task. Methods for passing the parameters. Actual parameters can be passed in three ways. Positional notation, named notation, mixed notation. Positional notation. In positional notation, you can call the procedure as the name of the procedure name, and this is an example for positional calling. Name of the procedure followed by the parameters. In named notation, the actual parameter is associated with the formal parameter using the arrow symbol. So this is an example for that. The actual parameter is associated with the formal parameters. I need use the arrow symbol. The other one is mixed notation. We can mix both the notation in procedure call. However, the positional notation should precede the named notation. So this one is valid and this one is invalid. We can see the difference between both the procedure call. There is a difference, and this is the valid one and this is the invalid one. Now we see an example for PLSQL procedure. In this example, the name of the procedure is employee details and employee number is the parameter, and in data type is number. Here we can see the is keyword, create or replace procedure, all these are the keywords. And we can see the row type attribute. It provides a record type that represents a row in a database table. It represents a row from a database table. It can store an entire row of data selected from the table or fetched from the cursor or cursor variable. Variables declared using percentage row type are treated like those declared using a data type name. And here in this executable part, we can see select star into emp ret. That is, this is the variable we are declaring, that is the attribute which is of type represent the entire row in a table, and in this particular procedure is executed and it will fetch the details of a particular employee. If we pass the employee id as a parameter or in parameter, then it will select and display the details related to that particular employee, or it will display that particular record about particular details or record about that particular employee. So here we use the select statement, and if the number, it will check the id, employee id. If it matches, then it will display the details of the employees like employee id, employee name and employee salary. So we will execute this particular program and see the output. Here we see the execution of this particular PLSQL block, the procedure. I have already created the table employee. So we can see that there are two rows are there. We are going to execute that PLSQL procedure, first example for this table, for this particular table. The procedure is created successfully. So now we will give or execute this procedure. The procedure is created now. We can call this procedure using execute statement. Execute and give the name of the procedure, employee details, and give the in parameter value. So here we can see the data row related to particular employee Higgins. We try to give the employee ID and fetch the particular row from the table employee. So this particular procedure we have executed in a successful manner. Now we see the second example. In this example, we are again creating a procedure and we fetch all the rows from the particular table employee and update the salary value, that is increase the salary value by 500 rupees, and we are using the cursor concept to fetch the rows. So here we can see create or replace procedure name. The EMPD is the name of the procedure, is the keyword, and here we are using the same row type attribute. We have already discussed about this, and EMP REC is the name of the variable, employee is the table, and we are using a cursor. Cursor C1 is select star from employee. It will select or fetch all the rows from the employee table. Open the cursor and we are using the loop to display all the rows from the table employee. So fetch C1 into EMPREC. Exit when C1 percentage not found. When the no records are found, then it will exit. And then we are increasing the value, salary value by 500 rupees, and then display the details of each and every employee, end the loop. We will see the execution of this particular PLSQL procedure. We will execute this procedure and see the output. The procedure has been created successfully. After creating the procedure successfully, we execute the procedure using this statement and we are able to see the output here. The two rows are there in the table. All the two rows are selected and here we can see the change. That is, the salary value has got updated by 500 rupees. It is increased by 500 rupees. The procedures, as we explained already, procedure can be called from another PLSQL block, or the standalone procedure can be called using this type of statement, execute statement. Again, we discuss one more example for in and out mode parameter. This is example 3. This procedure computes the square of a value of a past value. That is, it will find the square of the past value. This example shows how we can use the same parameter to accept a value, that is as for input and for output. It accepts a value and then return another result using the same argument or the same variable. Declare a is declared as a number and here the name of the procedure is square number and this is the argument, and in out, and this is data type number, it is of data type number is keyword, and then we are finding the square of the number and end. Here he from this block, PLSQL block, see this is a very simple procedure. We are calling this particular procedure using this PLSQL block. Here a is assigned value 7 and this is a procedure call. So immediately this particular procedure will get executed and the result will be returned to this calling point and the result is displayed here. We will see the demo for this. We execute this particular PLSQL procedure and see the output. So we are able to execute this successfully and we are able to see the result. The square of 7 is 49. I hope you understand the demo. Thank you.